All right, what's going on? It's Bobby Skinner, John Boy Media Football, doing a draft matchup breakdown. Ohio State left tackle Paris Johnson versus Iowa edge / D lineman Lukas Van Ness. A fun matchup. Some of Lukas Van Ness's film in this game is what makes people so excited about him. Paris Johnson I really like. We're going to go through some of his flaws in this, but I love his footwork. I really think he's got feet to be an awesome left tackle in the NFL. Van Ness I'm not as high on, but you're going to see in this matchup some things he does really well, some things he doesn't do well. So let's get into it. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Got a bunch of draft film breakdowns on it. So let's get into it. Paris Johnson versus Iowa edge Lukas Van Ness. So first play. First of all, I just want to show off the good feet by Paris Johnson. We're going 1, 2, 3. Getting to our landmarks. Awesome feet by Paris Johnson. Right, and even through this bull rush, like his feet stay calm about him. But this is a win for Van Ness. So we see Van Ness is able to have good get off the line of scrimmage. And his strength goes against Paris Johnson's weakness, which is the punch. And Van Ness, he basically only works speed to power. And he gets inside his chest with good leverage, good foot drive, and is able to drive Paris Johnson back and then attack that inside shoulder and disengage inside and affect the quarterback. And this is what you'll see as a theme of these videos, where Paris Johnson, I think, struggles the most is with his punch. One, it comes in wide. See how it's wide like this, like he's going for a hug? You want your hands inside and tight, and you want to bring a punch. And instead, his hands are on the outside, so now Lukas Van Ness is able to get under his shoulder pads with leverage and a good punch and go. We'll just watch it in full speed real quick. He's able to affect the quarterback. This rep, I don't want to spend too much time on it. It's more of a great play by Lukas than a bad play by Paris. But this is the backside of a toss run. So Paris Johnson is just wanting to hinge block him, which means you take one step inside to protect and then swing out. Where Johnson goes wrong is he should just stay right here instead of trying to flow further. And just great recognition by Van Ness. Like, he's stepping outside. He sees that toss and then quickly gets lateral. Bam. And now he's able to go and make a play on the run. Like, this is a good play for Ohio State, but it could have been a bigger play if Van Ness didn't have that pursuit from the backside. So for Paris Johnson, just stay right here. Stay right here. Force him around the corner. But he gets too aggressive with it. Van Ness sees it. Works laterally. Good stuff. Next play. This is play action. Aggressive pass sets. Good footwork. Good jump set by Paris Johnson. But what Van Ness is his best at, striking. Striking low with good shoulder pads. But something that I don't like about Van Ness is once that power has kind of dwindled down on the rep, and he doesn't have like the speed to power element, it's just power off the line of scrimmage. Like, good job right here. But I think he just needs to do a better job disengaging. And for Johnson, even though his hands come in wide, he works them back inside, and his feet are just beautiful. Just great mirroring ability. This is a great rep for Paris Johnson. They're running a wide zone play. And he widens the zone. I mean, good, perfect first step. Perfect posture. He's got the leverage on this. Good feet. Again, the hands come in wide. Van Ness is able to land his hands, but he's not working that speed to power. He's just kind of holding his power on the edge. And you just see, block through him, Paris Johnson. Block through him, widen this zone. Just work with good leverage, good feet. And again, Van Ness is able to disengage at the end, but at this point, the back's cutting. And even if this back didn't cut, you know, Van Ness maybe is able to make a play, but that was just a really good job widening the zone by Paris Johnson. Next play. Again, good feet by Paris Johnson. Bam, bam, bam. From Van Ness's point of view. Again, working speed to power. Working leverage, gets his hands inside. Again, Paris Johnson's hands, he's like hugging him. You know, that's not where you want to land your hands. You want to land your hands instead of out here, in here. He's able to work that bull, but you see Paris Johnson's able to keep his feet, reestablish his anchor, and make it a rep that's not a huge negative. Now here on the goal line run, strike, and stand up offensive lineman. He does that consistently when he's doing it against a really good one in Paris Johnson. From Paris Johnson, hands are out wide like that. You don't want that. That gives him the chest, strike, stand him up, and then push him over the pile, and has a good run stop at the goal line. And a big part of that is Van Ness. And then the last play we're going to go through, Paris Johnson on this jump set. Just his feet are so quick, and once he does have hands on you, he's really good. But you're gonna see. So I like getting out there quick. Bam. Just 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. We're here. Now again, I'm repeating myself with the negatives. These hands are so wide and allows Van Ness to get into his chest. But you just see the foot speed, the ability to mirror. Knows where Van Ness is trying to shift weight and go where he goes. And Stroud's able to run around and make magic. So, 2 good players. I think one in Paris Johnson is the top of the first round. I think Van Ness is probably closer to a second round guy. I think he'll probably go in the first, but I view him as a second round player. Just has a lot to work on his game with disengaging. And just adding more to his pass rush and run stop ability besides bringing that speed to power, that great leverage that he does. What he does great. What he struggles with becomes a real issue with him because he kind of only lives off that speed to power in the first, second of a rep in the run game. So good stuff from both of these guys, though. It was a good and worthy matchup. And I'm looking forward to seeing these guys grow in the NFL. So like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the playlist of draft breakdowns. We really do appreciate you guys, and we will see you on the next one.